Have you ever heard of self-esteem? I know you have. Self-esteem is not an idea. It's not an affirmation. It's a practice. Yeah, a practice. Hello, beautiful people. Thanks for coming again to Episode Tips channel. Today, it's a special day because it's gonna lift a lot of worries off your shoulder. It's gonna help you be at peace with your own self. But before we dive into today's topic, are you already a member of this family? Have you subscribed? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? Do you want to subscribe to our channel and watch this video till the end? And of course, leave us a beautiful comment or what you think about the video. And if you're a returning subscriber, you're highly welcome. So today's topic is something that touches everyone: self-esteem. Self-esteem is not an idea. It's not an affirmation. It's a practice. What determines the level of self-esteem of an individual is what he does or what he writes. We can memorize ideas. We can have intellectual understanding of certain things. We can be good at certain things. But all of these won't leave us or won't lead us to our self-esteem. What leads us to our self-esteem is the action. And this implies carrying out an activity over and over again, consistently. You can see how I lay emphasis on the word consistently. Yes. So, which level is your self-esteem? Today we're going to talk about it. And we're going to break it down. And I'm sure at the end of this video, you have a lot to tell yourself. So guys, the first thing that comes into my mind when I talk of self-esteem is practicing to live consciously. Yes, it's a great pillar. I tell you, we do not really understand ourselves. We do underestimate ourselves. We don't know our worth. We don't know our value. Yes, we don't know to which extent we can reach. So to me, living consciously means I have to increase, or it helps me understand myself better. That is, living consciously help raise the tool of self-understanding. It increases your reasoning as for self-esteem. It helps you understand personal effectiveness. So you really do not know yourself. Do you know you can grade your level of intelligence or grade your level of intellectual understanding to 9, whereas you are around 20? It's because you don't know who you are. You don't know what you can do. You don't know to which extent you can go. So the little job I want to give you today is to write down on the comment section what self-esteem or living consciously means to you. For me, living consciously helps me create awareness. 5% of what I know or am aware of is living consciously. 5% of my achievements, it's from living consciously. So to you, what does living consciously means? And how has it helped you so far? The greatest crime we commit or we do against ourselves, it's not denying our shortcomings or disowning our shortcomings, but it's disowning and denying our greatness. So this will bring us to the point of self-acceptance. You need to accept who you are. You can run from your bad side. You can run from your good side. You can run from that thing that is pushing you so hard to come out as a hero, or to come out as a coward, or better still, to make you stand out of the crowd, or to make you embed yourself in the crowd. You need to accept who you are. You can't be me. I can't be you. Remember, no man is an island. So we need one another to get to where we want to. I need you. No matter your level of intelligence, no matter your level of worth, no matter your riches, and you need me, no matter my level of poverty, or riches, or intelligence, or knowledge, education, be it a literate or an illiterate, you need to accept who you are, because you are needed in the society. We all have our place in this society. Accept who you are. Because from the instant you start denying yourself, from the instant you don't know your worth, from the instant you are not living consciously, you won't know at which level you can go. You won't know your level of intelligence. You won't be able to practice. Remember, I said self-esteem is practice. You won't be able to practice that self-esteem of yours because you don't accept yourself. And you're committing the greatest crime against your own self. That is disowning and denying your greatness because you don't know who you are. So you have to think very well. You are important. You are gorgeous. You're handsome. You're cute. So accept who you are. I am responsible of my choices and actions. Responsibility in this context is not about the moral blames or the guilt or you not following what you were taught or following what you were taught. It's about me knowing that I am responsible because I am the casual agent of my life and behavior. You are considered responsible when you face life challenges healthily, autonomously, and you come out of that situation with your head up. That is the instant you are considered responsible. That's to tell you that this life has ups and downs. If in your mindset you think life is a bed of roses, my dear, life is not fair. And it's not as simple as it's being pronounced. That 4-letter word. 4 letters word. Life. It's not as easy as that. So you become self-responsible the instant when you are heated with challenges of life. When you find yourself in front of a wall and when you look to your left, there is no ending. You look to your right, there is no ending. Yet, you come out of that situation healthily and alone. Or with the help of 1 or 2 persons, but you come out because you fought for it. You were not pushed. You are responsible for your choices and your actions. We use these words most often and we don't actually consider them. I'm a responsible man. I'm a responsible woman. I tell you now, sit back after this definition of responsibility or of being responsible and tell yourself or ask yourself if you are responsible. And if you're not, step up your game. Because life is full of so many obstacles you will have to confront. Another wonderful thing I want to tell you is about self-assertiveness. I know you know the word asset, right? My assets, my assets. Yes. It's about self-assertiveness. That you speak from the innermost you with a lot of convictions and feelings. You are authentic with yourself. You are real in whatever you do. You know when you are not genuine, you pull a lot of ungenuine people. You pull a lot of ill-mannered people. You pull a lot of pains by your side without knowing. At that present moment or in the present, you can't feel it, you can't know it. But with time, you will have questions to ask the world. And no one will have answers for you. When I say this and you're that kind of person, you understand me better. If you're not that kind of person, you'll be asking yourself, but what's this girl saying? Yes, I'm telling you. This point is about you being authentic. You being who you are. You being real. You being the you. The innermost you. That's when you stand before people and you're talking. You talk with so much conviction because you know that what you're saying or who you're talking about, it's real. It's really you. Some of us, we fake things. Some of us, we bear false witnesses against people. We talk ill of others without even knowing them. We plan evil for our brothers and sisters. And we think we can get away with all of these. I tell you, my beautiful people, that you are pulling ill luck by you. You are pulling evil things by you. You are pulling your own downfall. In the nearest future, you will know about that. So I want you to live or to be conscious about self-assertiveness. Be authentic. Be real. Be you. Don't be another person. Be you. What is your purpose in life? What is your purpose in life? I know it's some kind of ringing question that must have asked you. You must have asked yourself. Yes. What's that thing that keeps you going? That pulls you, no matter how difficult this life is? What are those goals you have selected for yourself? Because somehow that's what triggers our existence. That's what keeps motivating us to go ahead. So what is your purpose in this life? What are the goals you've selected? Is it the goal of studying? The goal of forming or building up a happy family? Happy marriage? Is it the goal of staying or creating or living a lovely and peaceful relationship? Is it the goal of creating your own business and being independent? Is it even the goal of answering the scientific questions? Because yes, we have questions that are not yet answered. What is your goal? What strives you to keep moving ahead? There is this thing I tell myself every day. Why are people living a purposeless life? Why are they living a purposeless life? When you don't have a purpose in life, you are just walking like a living corpse. The way the wind pulls you, you go. If the wind pulls you today to the left, you go that way. If it pulls you to the right, you go that way. You are living a purposeless life. And I tell you, there are some YouTubers, there are some gardeners, there are some teachers, there are medical practitioners, there are, in fact, individuals without a purpose in life. When you just get up and you see somebody doing something, or you see somebody attaining a level of business, education, and you want to go there, you've not set it as a goal for yourself. You just want to be that person. You're envious of that person without setting that goal to your own self. You'll be stuck by the roadside. The day the person stops functioning, you stop. It wasn't your goal, remember. You were going there because you saw that person. We have so many people we are just following. We love what you're doing, and we are not setting ourselves that goal to be at that level or even more. We are just envious. We just want to be like that person, and at the end of the day, when that person pauses, you pause. Why live a purposeless life? You need to have a purpose in life to keep striving. If you haven't set goals for yourself, set goals for yourself. Yes. That's what will keep you striving. That is what will make you a successful person. You gain that self-esteem the moment you set goals for yourself and you're working towards that goal and you keep practicing. Remember, self-esteem is practice. So when you set those goals and you keep practicing, your self-esteem is increasing. Have you ever heard of personal integrity? Have you ever heard of self-integrity? Yes. What is integrity, by the way? It's the integration of beliefs, thoughts, standards, educational level, understanding, convictions, Yes, that's integrity as a whole. But I want you to understand one thing, that your belief and your standards have to rhyme. They have to line up. Your convictions and your standards with your belief has to line up. So I have two questions for you. What is integrity? And the second, do your belief, your standards, your convictions, your ideas line up? I want you to answer this question. If all of this line up, you have that personal integrity. But there's one thing I want to tell you. You see, all these we've been talking about self-assertiveness, we've talked about self-acceptance, we've talked about all these things we've been talking about. If all of these they don't line up, then you do not have personal integrity. All of these have to line up. You can't be going left with your self-assertiveness and you're going right with your self-acceptance. All of these have to line up for you to have that self or personal integrity. Your convictions have to line up with your beliefs, with your standards, with your ideas. There are people that do not have where to stand. They don't have a say. They're like two-sided cutlasses. They don't have a say. They don't have a direction. Whichever way is sharp. If they're saying A today and they notice the crowd is going towards B, they will rush to B. They will not stand for what they believe. They will not stand for their standards. They will not stand for their ideas and look for backups. Yes, if they are moving to A again, they will still move to A with them because they don't practically they're living a purposeless life. So I ask you today, your purpose of living, does it line up with self-acceptance? Does it line up with self-assertiveness? Does it line up with all the rest we've named or listed above? If it doesn't, my dear, you're in damn shit. You have to reschedule your life. You have to have a purpose in life. You have to draw this plan in fact, for yourself to succeed. Yes. Remember, there are very small things we do that gives us big achievements. very tiny things we do that brings about big success. You see all the things I have listed today, if you take your time to study them properly, if you take your time to read them properly and make sure they line up, you will see the wonders in your life. Starting by accepting who you are, having a purpose in life, knowing yourself for who you are, being authentic, you'll make it in life. I know some people are wondering where I got this knowledge about self-esteem, It's from a great writer. This writer is Nathaniel Branden. He wrote about the 6 pillars of self-esteem. So if you've not read that book, do well to read. It's very important when you read. You will discover a whole lot. It talks about small improvements, big endings, big success. And yes, I have elaborated it to you. And if you actually follow my elaboration and you actually make a little adjustment or improvement, you will actually have the sky as your limit. Guys, we are rounding up this video. Leave your comments on the comment section what you think about this video. Rectifications, corrections, what you think about the video. Like this video if actually it helped you. Share the video because definitely it's going to touch a soul. And if you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Do well to subscribe. Do not forget to click on the notification bell so that whenever we upload a video, you will be notified. Thank you so much for watching. As of now, I'm out. Ciao.